channel.
You already know. Iron Rounds, everybody. Welcome. And on today's episode, we are continuing on our fourth tournament, T4 Assassins Tournament. And on our previous episode, it was our first round with Beatrix Ghetto from Kill Bill going against Chef Chelios from the Crank franchise. And I argued that Beatrix Ghetto would win that round, the bride would win that round. And you guys voted on TikTok and agreed with me, so she is moving on to the next round. Chef Chelios is eliminated. And now we are moving on to our next round, which happens to be Jane Smith from Mr. and Mrs. Smith franchise going against Hit Girl from the Kick-Ass franchise. So yeah, here we go. And on today, we're not doing the regular like we usually do on our other tournaments. We're doing 3 rounds. First round is going to be range. Second round is going to be close up. And third round is going to be get it done. Okay, so let's start off with the first round happening to be range. Start off with Jane Smith when it comes to range. Now, let's give it to her. Whether or not she is educating her husband in a carnivore target game, carnival target game, or she is chasing bad guys on the freeway and getting her shot in, it doesn't really matter. She happens to be very precision when it comes to getting a really clean shot from a range. There was an incident where she actually was able to throw some knives at people and she happened to take 2 people down. Granted, she did hit her husband at the same time, but still, range shots with knives, she was pretty good with it. Now, let's go on to Hit Girl. Of course, Hit Girl has shown that she could take out thugs and drug lords and all that stuff with ease. She's pretty good when it comes to precision shots herself. She's proven time after time that she could take out a bunch of guys just by herself. There was an incident where her dad was getting tortured, and so was the other friend of hers, and she happened to save both their lives solo by getting all her shots in without them seeing it coming. But that being said, she wasn't really distant shot wise. Big Daddy, which happened to be her dad as the other part of her partnership, was pretty much her backup from range. So Hit Girl wasn't exactly about range. She was more about getting up close and personal when it came to fights. So with Jane Smith, she's got more of a chance of getting that precision shot given her experience in the agency. So I'm going to give this round to Jane Smith. Okay, so let's get into close-up. Let's start off with Jane Smith. Now, she can take as much as she can give, as she's shown in previous parts in the movie where she's fighting her own husband and she's fighting other guys. But the husband part was especially of interesting one because he's taking her on hands-on. You know, he's kicking the crap out of her. He's hitting her with everything. He's pouncing her against the wall. She's doing the same to him. So she is dishing it out and she's also giving it back. So she is pretty tough to beat. On top of that, let's not forget, she snapped a man's neck with ease. Okay, she didn't have any issue doing it. So I gotta say that her grip lock technique, her submission technique will probably be the best bet of her way of probably eliminating Hit Girl in this way. That being said, Hit Girl has probably got more likely the chance of winning this close-up fight because, well, let's get real. She has fought drug lord thugs. She has fought organized crime thugs. She fought a drug lord stuff. She even fought a version of a villain of Rocky Balboa in a female style version. So she has proven time after time when it comes to getting close up with her, it's a bad idea to get close up with her because she will take you down. She has all the techniques. She has all these weapons on her. She never runs out of ideas on how to take someone down. Even if she doesn't have her own tools with her, she comes and improvises with glass or anything she can get her hands on. So at the end of the day, close-up fight, she has taken a lot bigger people down. So I would say that against Jane Smith, who didn't take her husband down technically, to be fair, and she needs the element of surprise to take out somebody, I would say Hit Girl gets this round. Alright, now round 3, get it done. Alright, let's start off with Jane Smith. Reflexes wise, and I want to say agility, or I want to say proper balancing, she is pretty good at it. Whether she has to balance herself on a couch chair while cleaning a curtain, or whether she is grabbing the bottle, a wine bottle, from falling down in mid-air before it hits the ground. She is incredibly fast and amazing reflexes. And on top of that, with the proper amount of planning, she could execute anyone perfectly. And even without any planning, she's also capable of improvising at a moment's notice. So I would say that Jane Smith's experience alone in the agency, and let's not forget the numbers of people she's killed, which is over 300 people. She's killed over 300 people, so you can't dismiss the experience in that way. But of course, we got Hit Girl, and Hit Girl, not only on her own, by the way, she didn't have no backup. There was no proper planning. Sometimes she had to do things just solo. She fought criminals in a small street environment, took them all down with just her blades. She took another people down in just a small living room building alone. She took out a crime boss. Even if she didn't take him out officially, she did beat the crap out of him. Kind of gave Kick-Ass the good shot to get him down. She also took out this crazy Russian woman who is steroid out. And let's not forget, in order for her to do that, she had to use this adrenaline shot needle in order to inject to herself. So in a moment's notice, that's the thing that would help Hit Girl. She's got all these weapons in her arsenal. So does Jane, but Jane doesn't have that many incredible tools like grenades and these little butter blades or butterfly knives or a two-sided blade. She's more kind of carrying small blades on her side here and there, which is fine, but Hit Girl's got more in her arsenal. On top of that, the adrenaline shot's going to help her get the job done, as she showed that she could use a little piece of glass to cut her into pieces. So death by 1,000 cuts seems to be the way Hit Girl could win this one, and I gotta give this round to Hit Girl, which means Hit Girl is moving on to the next round, guys. All right, guys, and that's gonna do it for us. So in order to, if you guys agree with my argument, you can always leave it down in the comment section below, or you can go on our TikTok at NoPress2020 or NoPressureCH, or NoPressCH, sorry. And there's going to be a poll out coming, I believe, this Friday or this week. It's going to ask whether or not you guys agreed with my argument. If you guys agreed with my argument being Hit Girl being the winner, then she will move on to the next round. But if you guys vote that Jane Smith obviously was probably the better one in this fight, you guys vote her and she will move on to the next round. But as always, No Press fam, we really appreciate you guys. Catch you guys later. Peace.